Hi, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to grade papers, take you through one. This is Christina's songs paper from her very first assignment. We actually just did a practice session, and so I asked her to do a summary and send it to me on the first document on the story of everything on creation. So I'm just going to do it pretty much like I would do it and give you kind of my input on this. This is starts out with I have learnt, and I'm really not sure. I looked at this beforehand. I put things in red, and I think, I'm not sure if learnt is a legitimate secondary way of saying learned, but I'm going to put learned about the creation on Genesis 1. And that doesn't sound a standard, so I'm going to put about Genesis 1. So I have learned about the creation on I learned about, oh no, I shouldn't do that. Learned, since you got two abouts, I have learned about the creation from, let me put that in parentheses, from Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens. I think it's supposed to be plural, and I'll add an S, and the earth. However, it is empty and dark. I'm going to leave dark. I think it says formless, but I think I usually correct less on a newer student whose level is low, to kind of keep from discouraging them, and then be a little more picky as time goes on. Day one, God said, now here she does it like a quote, but it's not exactly a quote. So I'm going to change that here and put, this is a quote. So God said, and actually it says, let there be light, quotes. Also, I'm going to go over here and say new sentence. One of the most common mistakes is they don't put a new sentence when they should. He separated the light from the darkness. And then she starts a new sentence, called the light as day, and I'm going to say omit day. It doesn't sound quite standard, so I'm going to say omit day. He called the light day, the darkness, and again, I'm going to do the same thing, as the night. Put omit as the night. Thus, there are the morning and evening. And I'm going to say was. Thus, there was. I think I'm going to go back up there and also put a comma, I believe. Sometimes I'm not the greatest grammarian, but I think that's right. Thus, there was the morning and the evening. Day two, God said, and again, I'm going to do this. It's written as a quote, so I'm going to tell her to put it in quotes. This is presented as a quote. So God said, let there be, and leave it from there. Also, again, new sentence. Now, you'll notice one of the things that is really helpful and makes fast progress is you'll notice that a lot of the mistakes are the same mistake over and over again. So when they start correcting it, it reinforces the correction, and they make really fast progress because they learn, when to start a new sentence. So he separated the water. And again, very common to put the punctuation in the wrong place. And didn't capitalize, so I'll correct that too, saying water, and then two periods. Oh, it's helpful if I spell things correctly. Water, a period. Some, like that, ... Water is above, and I'm going to say omit it. And then I'm going to say and. Another way of connecting the sentence, and some water is under. And again, we'll say omit it. And also, again, the space. It's a real common, I'm not sure exactly why, but it's very common on the punctuation to leave spaces in the wrong place. So I'm going to do it like this to say, omit it and put like this, is under it. He, there, called the space as sky. And we're going to say omit. No, notice again, same as, again, so it's the same kind of mistake again. Day 3, God let the water gather, gather together under the sky, gather. I'm going to change that, the whole sentence around and suggest, make another suggestion. I'll tell her more standard. And I'm just going to say, God gathered the water together. And I'm trying to do it as close as I can to what she says, under the space. I'm just going to say gather, because I'm not sure exactly where that came from. So I'm going to leave it like that, gathered the water together. He called it as ocean. And same thing, I try to correct every one of them, so when she goes back to do it, she'll correct this over and over, and it'll reinforce it. She called it ocean. Again, new sentence. New sentence. Ocean, and ocean doesn't need to be capitalized. Ocean. The dry land appeared. God named the dry land as the earth. The earth. Okay. Day 4. Left there was lights in the sky separated with nights. So you can see it's a little, you know what she means, but it's not put in a standard way. Better would be God, there was lights in the sky separated. The light, God put light in the sky and separated the night and day. I really changed it more than I would like to, but God let there be lights in the sky separated with nights. God put light in the sky and separated the night and the day. Not satisfied with that, but I'll keep going. There are 2 larger lights in the sky. Perfect. The larger light rules, and mostly as you go by feel, because you're a native English speaker, it's fairly clear to you something doesn't sound right. The larger light rules over the days. And again, you need something here, either a new sentence or an and. I'm going to put new sentence here. The small one rules over the nights. Moreover, again, new sentence. I hope you're picking this up because a lot of it's the same mistake. New sentence. So when she corrects it, it's going to, if she can get the new sentence, the drop the as, that's about half, maybe more of her mistakes. Moreover, it should be a comma. he made the stars, plural, and put it, and you would want to say them because there's more than one, them in the sky. Day 5, he let water was filled with the living things. Okay, I'm going to now, notice again the punctuation is in the wrong place. I'm going to put it over here so I don't change that. Better, he let water was filled with the living things. He filled the water with living things, period. Okay, there. And that's good. Let the birds fly in the sky. Good. He blessed the living things in the sea, period. Good. He blessed the birds to have more babies in the sky. To have more babies. I'm going to tell her to omit in the sky. Okay, day 6. God made different kinds of animals, such as wild animals, tame animals, and crawling animals. Good. Adjust the punctuation. So I'm going to again correct that. Animals, period, he allowed them to have more babies. He created the human like his image. I'm going to say in his image, and bless the human. Blessed. Again, put the past tense. Blessed the humans. No, the human. I guess that's right. To have more babies. I guess it depends on whether you're talking about just that human or looking forward. So I'm going to leave it, the human, to have more babies. Plus, being kind of a lower level, I don't want to overcorrect. He asked the human to take control of the animals. The animals, which needs to be plural, are wild and tame, or the crawling. I'm just going to say ones. Then it's good. Punctuation's right this time. Then he produced the green grain and trees. Each one bore, I think it needs to be past tense. I think it's bore, I hope so. Bore fruits. And I know it seems like it should be plural, but it's singular. This is so confusing sometimes to students. Bore fruit and seeds on it. Okay, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to change the punctuation here. On it, period, he gave the fruits and seeds to the human as food. He gave the green trees to the animals. I'm not sure about that, but for this time I'm going to let that pass. The sentence is okay. Day 7, he rested from his works. He made, I'm going to again put the past tense, made the day, omit be, to be holy. I guess you could say to be holy. I'm just going to say omit. You could do it either way. It's a little tricky sometimes. Omit the holy and special. These are his whole, those are his whole creation. Those are his whole creation. I'm going to say those things are his whole creation. Not sure. I'm going to leave it for now. From his creation, I believe God exists. Punctuation. This also kind of points out one of the things that is very helpful, and that is I ask them to tell me what they think, no matter what they think, whether they agree or disagree, they think it's true or false. I think it's very helpful to know what they're thinking. So here with Christina, I'm finding out that she does believe God exists. I saw his love. He made the materials firstly. I'm just going to say, change that to first. Not quite standard, but I'm going to leave it for now. Made the materials first. I know what she means by that. Maybe there's a better way of saying it, but I, again, don't want to overcorrect. This is the basis of human living. I'm going to change that around a little bit. Basis for human life, period. He. Okay, so I made some changes there. It's the basis. You picked it up from back here with basis and changed the of to for, human, and then I changed living to life. And then changed the period over one space and put he. He blessed the human, and I'm going to put the past tense here. Blessed the human and gave the human authority to manage the animals. Very good sentence, by the way. God's love is just like a parent's love. A parent. And again, you need the parenthesis here. So I'm going to put the parenthesis. For me, it's a little harder to do that because you can't change just that red very easily. A parent's love. It is so tender and active. I love God. Oh, so sweet. I saw he made anything in order. I'm going to say, change that to everything in order. It shows his gracious and was his, I think she means grace and wisdom. I am proud of my heavenly Father. I'm going to say this time, I didn't do it all the way through with he, but I'm going to suggest that she capitalize Father because we're talking about specific here. I think you would no matter who, if you're talking about a specific father. As his child, I need to learn from him. To learn from him. To become, I'm going to say again, to become more like him. I'm going to tell her not a new sentence, such as, his temper and character. Not sure she means temperament. I'm not sure. I'm going to put temperament. I'm not sure if that's exactly what she meant. Temperament and character. Thanks God. I'm going to say thanks to God, my heavenly Father. Again, I'll use the capital. Especially if they make the same mistake over, it's good to correct it every time. So when they go back and correct it, you'll know. This is Christina's song. She sent it to me yesterday on May the 4th, 2017. I try to correct it, send it back as soon as I can so they can have a good idea. Now, what I'll do now is email it back to her right away, and then I'll ask her to correct it and then to send it to me again. Now, I do want to write, usually I do, don't always, but usually I write kind of a few comments, some encouragement. You did a good job. You made a few mistakes, but many of them are the same mistake repeated. I want you to correct your mistakes and resend it to me. This will help you understand your mistakes and learn how to write it correctly. Very good work. Very good beginning. Thank you, Doc. Okay, so now I'll save it and I'll send it to her and get her response back later. So I hope this is helpful to you in grading, but I do think, the number one thing is it helps them with their grammar. The number two thing is it really helps you know what they're thinking. Like, she believes in the existence of God, that she obviously has a very positive attitude toward God. So it kind of gives you some insight into what they're thinking that you don't always get in the class. So I hope this is helpful. We'll make this available to you to learn how to grade your papers and help your students grow in a whole different area than just when you're meeting with them one-on-one. Thanks.